Hello, all you beautiful women. My name is Nicole Curtis. I'm the COO of She Rises Studios, and I'm joined here with the co-founder of She Rises Studios, Adriana Luna Carlos, as well as our fellow co-authors in the book, Becoming an Unstoppable Woman. And today we're kicking off our virtual book tour. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Hello.
Awesome.
Good.
Woohoo.
Hello,
Fantastic. Great to be here.
Yay! So we are coming in here to shed some light, spread some love, sparkle, help glow you up in 2022, and talk about how you can speak life over yourself, your friends, your family, and your business. And I am so excited to be able to just have the opportunity to share with these ladies, have them be able to speak, pour their heart into you. Because in the She Rises Studios community group here and for She Rises Studios, we're all about collaboration over competition, but we are also all about educating and celebrating every woman, no matter where you are in this global space. So first of all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining us. And I can't wait to dive into the conversation and hear from each one of these amazing ladies of how they are speaking life in themselves. But first, I'm going to pass it over to Adriana and see if she wants to shed some light on some things.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. My name is Adriana Luna Carlos, and I am founder, CEO of She Rises Studios. Excited to be here for a bunch of different reasons, but mostly because this book, Becoming an Unstoppable Woman, is just the beginning of the movement. And it's just, there's so much behind it that's involved that we have yet to be able to share with everybody. So it's exciting. This topic is difficult to speak on in such ease because it is something so, man, there's a lot behind it when you're talking about this. This is truly a reflecting in who you are in everyday life and how you see yourself first, which is the hard part, because when you're reflecting on yourself, you got to ask those hard questions. How do I value myself before other items? So items, things, services, everything in life. But personally speaking, I think that's part of the reason why you guys don't always see me in front of the camera. It is because my mental state is, you know, the first thing that I take care of before anything else. Because if I can't be there for myself, then I can't be there for everybody else. So that's why I do things in a progression, little by little, get my comfort zone built up, realize that I have faith in who I am and what I have to share with the world. So I think this one's a great topic specifically for me to be able to share with everybody of, who I am and what I stand for. And first and foremost, it is for myself. And that's not a selfish thing to say. It's not a selfish thing to feel. And it's something that I constantly talk about with my friends and my family because it is super important. And I know just from all the things that I've gone through since I was a child up until now, it's crucial to give to yourself first. So, what are some of those ways? Sleep is one of the biggest things. It sounds silly, but you need some sleep. And yes, I do work late nights, but I take naps and take my cat naps here and there. I still get my 7 to 8 hours a day. Making sure that your body is filled with different things. So whether it's nurturing your mind, nurturing your health, it's important. So to your overall state of mind. So we can come back to me too, but I just wanted to give everyone a little bit of understanding of just kind of how I see this topic going. So I will go ahead and popcorn it over to Leslie.
Putting me on the hot seat first. Woohoo! Thank you. Well, wow. So it's so wonderful to be here with you ladies tonight. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it because I was having some internet issues, but it's back. So I'm excited. So, yeah, this topic, it is an interesting topic that you came up with. But I think it's important. And because it brings self awareness to how we treat ourselves, how we treat others, how we interact with other people. And to speak life over, whether it's speaking life over myself, whether it's speaking life over my relationships, whether it's speaking life over my business, one of the things I think really that stands out for me is how I've been doing an audit of my year to to kind of gauge where I've been, so I can get more clear on how I've evolved over the past 12 months, and where I see this going for me, where my business is going, where my relationships, all of that, and getting really clear on that. And one of the things I noticed about myself is I have really had a hard time saying no. No has been a very hard word for me to say in the heat of right in the moment when I'm asked something. And it's because I haven't one of the things I haven't done is created a personal boundary for myself, which isn't meant to create space between me and someone else, but it's meant to create a safe haven for me to feel confident and comfortable enough to process information and be able to say in the moment whether it's a yes, whether it's maybe let me think about it, or whether it's a no. And so for me, moving into 2022 has because I've done this audit, because I'm still working on this audit, it's allowed me to realize that one of my areas that I need to pour into for myself is around self love. And that is creating personal boundaries that I not only create for myself to show others how I wish to be treated, how I wish to treat myself, but also then telling me, because this is the hard part, that I also must honor those boundaries. Because there are times when I've just said, yeah, no, I don't need to honor that boundary. But then what you end up doing is that you start depleting your energy. So it's really important for me going into 2022, being in alignment with where I'm going with my life. One of those areas is the self love and taking care of me as it pertains to making sure that my boundaries that I create are meant to be healthy so that I have good relationships with my friends, good relationships with my peers, good relationships with professional, business, whatever that looks like. And so, yeah, that's my share for now. So thank you so much, Adriana, for putting me in the hot seat first.
Of course. Did you want to go ahead and pick someone next, Leslie?
Absolutely. So I am going to pass it over to this beautiful young lady over here, which is Aileen, who's coming to us from the Philippines. So yeah, Aileen, it's up to you now.
Good morning, ladies, and to all our viewers. It's 8 a.m. here where I'm having my morning coffee and reminding that I'm the boss around here. I'm the boss of myself and no one else is. So I identify with both what Leslie and Adriana both said. Definitely, if we're running on empty, what can we give of ourselves? And it all has to start within before we can expect to do well in our family life, in our relationships, in our businesses, in our jobs. We really need to take care of ourselves and we need to be feeling full and not running on empty. And with what Leslie said, definitely I identified with it. Saying no is also something that has not been easy for me. And my own unique contribution for that this morning, it's my morning, is authenticity. Because I realized that when I'm being my authentic self, giving myself self love and putting up my own boundaries when needed becomes easier. If I'm being real to myself, I know what I can do. I know what I should not do. I know what will stretch me out too thin. And that's what I try to aspire for, to always be my authentic self. Can I really do this? Can I really afford to spend time on this? Or what will suffer if I do this? That's been my own mental checklist when I try to spread myself too thin. Whenever I'm asked to join this committee, that committee, attend this, attend that, usually I would say, sure, yes, okay. But now I would like often say, let me get back to you, please. Give me 1 day, or give me what time frame can you give me for me to commit or not. Then I would really, in addition to checking my planner and all that, I would also really assess or even meditate and reflect. There is no one way to be our authentic selves. And for me, it's often through meditation. And since I consider myself very spiritual. Oftentimes it's also through my own card pulls for myself, or I ask friends who are also into cards and runes and all that to pull for me when I feel I'm not being objective. So there's no one right way to go about it. Some would do it through their crystals, and others would do it through their runes. So find your own way of verifying and assessing. For me, it's what helps: meditation, card pulls, runes, and all that. So again, my main contribution for this morning is always be your authentic self, and you can't go wrong. You will know what relationships to develop, what to maybe distance yourself from at this point in your life, and you will know if your business is definitely going the path you intend it to go, or is it taking a totally different life of its own, and is that an okay life for you, or is that something totally different from where you had wanted to go? So please, let's try to find our authentic selves indeed. Oh, I'd like to pass on now to, how about the beautiful woman, the other side of Leslie, our beautiful Nicole, the Nicole with an H.
Thank you, Eileen. You know I love you so much, darling. Um, this subject is I thought it was a really awesome topic to talk about. And I love to speak positivity over everything, my business, my family, my children. But my 2022 kind of started off rough, and I had to gradually kind of pull myself out of that space where I'm not going to start my year off troubled, or whatever circumstances that I'm going through. I'm not going to let that become my memory for the beginning of the year. So it took me prayer, it took a lot of self-reflection, and it also took me just sitting down saying, hey, you have came a long way. You Where you were in 2019, you surpassed that in 2020. Where you were in 2020, you surpassed that in 21. So sometimes you may start off rough, but you always find a way to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and keep going. And that's kind of what got me to bring myself back. And just looking at my children and my friends, and how it's so many people that actually look up to us, that we have this awesome book, we have this awesome movement. I cannot afford to just slack off anymore. I have so many different people from different countries now watching. I have so many women that need that inspiration, and I can't be I can't sit there and say, hey, I'm this unstoppable woman and I'm just sitting on my couch in the slums, just, moping over myself. So I had to, get back to a place where I'm speaking those positive affirmations. Hannah jumps on, she always jumps on right when I need her to jump on. And she speaks this love and positivity and so much into us. And it gives back, it gets me back to my root. Why did I start doing this in the first place? Why did I decide to advocate for women? Why did I decide to advocate for children? And that's what we're all here for. This topic is very sensitive, very near and dear, because that's what we're all here for, to speak positivity into the people that don't have it in them right now, to give them that push that, hey, if they can come from that, if they can go through that, why can't I? So I do a lot of praying. And then I always have, like, I'm very intuitive. So I always get this feeling, like right when I'm feeling my worst, I get this feeling that it's all gonna be all right. I get this wash of calm over me. I don't care if I'm drowning in bills and I'm drowning in bad luck. I always get this calm, like this, it's like this peace right before the storm. And it washes over me, and I'm like, I'll get through it. I got through so many other different things. I got through the worst, and it couldn't be any worse. And I know how to get back on track. I have so many beautiful women that I can reach out to say, hey, I just need a few words right now. And I don't even have to call them. They always just pop up on my timeline, or they pop in my inbox. all of these beautiful ladies on stage. They just pop in my messages. Hey, you all right? You good? And even when I'm going through so much, that's what you need. You need that accountability, someone that you can just reach out to that can say, hey, you don't have that positive affirmation. I have it for you. It's a sisterhood, it's a brand, it's a movement, and we are all here for it. And that's just it. That positivity, that have that surrounding you, and you can speak it over yourself, you can speak it over your family, but it's also a amazing feeling to have other people there, people that are strangers that are sitting there and they're reading this book and they're saying, I hope she's in a better place than she was then, or I know she's gonna be so much greater than what she is now. And I feel that. I feel that every time I'm going through something. So this is amazing. And I will definitely concede the mic over to the beautiful Karen that just popped on.
Well, that was sweet. Thank you, Nicole. Because I just popped on, I don't know what are we on topic about. I was definitely paying attention to everything positive you were saying. How can I piggyback all of that? Super
It's okay.
positive.
Karen, we're talking about how do you speak life over yourself, family, friends, and business?
Oh,
Like, how
love
are
it.
you? How are you doing that? All of that kind of stuff. We can pass it to Allison if you need some time for a minute, or are you
No,
good?
no, I'm good. I'm good. Um, you know, that's definitely something that I have to remind myself a lot. It's easier for me to speak over my loved ones, and then I have a tendency just to put myself on the back burner. You know, being a mom, that's probably like first nature. Just, I don't know if it's because of being a mama bear or it was just something instinctively from the time that I gave birth 26 years ago. Gosh, almost 27. But you know, I'm still in my 30s. So, anyhow, um, yeah, I just think that inherently, like, that is just there, like that protective nature. So, you also want to speak life into them. You know, it was always very important to me that it was important how I spoke to my children just because I had some adult figures around me when I was a child that didn't speak to me exactly the way that I would have wanted to be spoke to. And I realized that as I had gotten older. I think when I was 19, I read a book about toxic people and did not realize that toxic people could be people actually in your inner circle. So it's very easy for me to think of words of life to speak over my loved ones. You know, I try to s- speak positively to my husband, you know, because I know that there's a lot in the world that is going to affect him, that would affect him differently than it's going to affect me because a man has a tendency to wear the weight of the world on their shoulders. And women, we will let the weight of the world out of our mouth and they won't. So I have to be conscious of, you know, always trying to speak life into people, you know. So I guess to answer that, uh, I just know that words are so very important. And I think because of also my belief spiritually, you know, I'm a talker just by nature years ago. God just told me, like, shut up. You're talking too much. And I had myself on a quest to look up every Bible scripture that referenced our words. I haven't memorized all of them because I think it's more important to understand what the scripture was saying to me versus memorizing the scripture. So, in saying that, I have to be conscious with not only how I speak to the ones that I love, but also myself, is season my words with salt. Bridle, bridle my mouth. So sometimes just not saying anything versus saying anything at all. But I would say that the Bible is my direction about speaking life over others. But I do have to remind myself to erase any negative, self sabotaging voices that can just come up in our subconscious or things from our past, and remember to speak life into my own, you know.
Yep, perfectly said, Karen.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Love it, Karen.
Thank
Allison.
you.
Hello, ladies. My dog is running away from the cat, so that's why I keep being pushed backwards. So it's speaking life over my animals too, and loving their spaces. I know life is so fun. But I love everything that you've all said. I just, it's so great to see you ladies again and to hear it, because we all come from the heart, and it's so nice to hear all the wonderful things that are happening. And I can relate to every single one of you. The last 3.5 years, I've been a full-time student, a single mom, part-time worker, plus my business. So there was never time for me. And in doing that too, I kind of played small. My voice was small. I was very quiet in the background. And it was, one of those things where once I spoke up, people went, "Oh, okay, this is good." It's like, okay, but you're right, Adriana. Like, you get afraid. Like, what if I put myself out there and I'm wearing the wrong color, or my hair's wrong, or my lipstick's wrong, or you think of the stupid little things. And so do a lot of my coaching clients. So in loving on my business and my clients, it's meeting them exactly where they're at, who they are, where they are, what they are, and then finding out where they want to go and helping them on that journey. For family, it's one of my goals in 2021 was reaching out to more of my family, my extended family, not just my brothers and sisters, but my nieces and nephews and my cousins and my second cousins and their wives and kids. And it really made a big difference, because they were just like, wow, you still know we exist, kind of thing. And I think it's the little things that we can do to, speak life, speak love onto people that make a really big difference. And, even in the past week, when I was just calling people to say, Happy New Year to people, they were like, my gosh, we need to speak more. I'm like, great, come to the summit. So it was, always a wonderful way to get that in there. But it was just a wonderful way of helping to encourage and empower women and inspire them. And then for me to speak into my life and to, love on who I am, because I haven't really done that, was to take the time to look at my health and really say, okay, like, you need to get your nails done. You need to go for massages. You need to get a bioscan. You need to find out what else is going on in there. And as much as people think that's kind of a little daunting for me, I'm kind of excited, because it's the year of me getting really healthy, so I can continue to do what I need to do at a bigger scale, because God wouldn't open up doors for me if I wasn't able to actually do it. So that is me taking action to make sure that I can do that for him, and to do more for who I need to be, for my kids, for my animals, for, all those around me, and really opening up to hear what people need. And then I can love on them for what it is they need, without, coming back saying, oh, I don't want to be a burden. It's like, you're not a burden at all. So stop thinking that. So, it's, for me, it's just, giving of time, giving of self, giving of my ears to listen better and speak less, and then really be able to, do what I need to do this year in 2022 to help people get past all the craziness of COVID and everything else that's happening with our economy and other things that are going on. So, yeah, for me, that's the biggest things that I can think of right now that really would allow me to speak love and life into everybody and everything. So thank you. Thank you, ladies. You're amazing.
Thank you, Allison.
Awesome. Well, I'll go for a quick second because I too am a talker, but I absolutely love this topic that Hannah created for us. And bless her heart, she's surprising her youngest daughter for her birthday. So say a shout out to Hannah. Hannah, we love you. We hope you have a great night. Go be it. You're an awesome mom.
Happy birthday, Jasmine.
Happy birthday. So we had to do that shout out. Also, I think for me, speaking life over myself, how I'm speaking life over myself, my family, friends, and business is a couple different things for me. First off, for 2022, I'm setting intentions, quarterly intentions, meaning I'm going to set an intention for the first 90 days and then have a reset the next 90 days because it takes usually 28 to 30 days to form a habit. So first of all, that's why I'm doing that. My intention for my first quarter this year is to be intentional with my time and my energy. I'm not a very detail oriented woman. I'm not very structured. I really like to be like just have intuitions and just go with the flow and just do what I feel led and called to in doing in my work and in my life and my family, all of that. But I really want to be intentional with my time and where I'm putting my time. And so for this first quarter in life and business, I am creating and structuring my calendar. And I'm sharing this as a potential tip or a strategy that might help you in speaking life into yourself for your family, your friends, and in your business. So how I'm structuring that is I have written in my calendar me time. I have in my calendar hubby time. I have in my calendar kid time, and then company comes last. For me, it's all win-win because I'm allowing myself, I'm giving myself that self permission and that self-love to take care of me and do what I need to do. I'm being involved in my family with my husband to grow my marriage, my kids' relationships. I have a 16 and a 13-year-old, and they're not getting any younger. And pretty quick, they're going to be out of this house. It's crazy to even just speak that out loud. And also in She Rises Studios with our clients and all of the things that we have going on, being really intentional with my time and my energy and where I'm putting that focus. Because I can't speak for Adriana and Hannah, but I love so much what I do. And I'm so passionate about it. And I have such a strong connection and purpose and mission of where we're going and what we want to do and all of that it's so easy for me to get caught up and wrapped up in doing everything and being involved so deeply in it that it's hard to walk away, or it's hard to put the phone down, or it's hard to just close the computer screen. And so my first quarter intention is speaking life in myself, in my family, with my friends, in my business, being intentional with my time and my energy. My second big thing is speaking life in through me as someone that is a complete extrovert. I love building relationships. I love meeting people, and I want to do more of that. And in doing that, I want to focus on creating more effective, purposeful, meaningful relationships, not just with Hannah and Adriana, not just with the beautiful co-authors that you see in front of you, as well as the other ones in the Becoming Unstoppable Woman first book and the Entrepreneur book that's set to release January 25, 2022. Throwing that out there. And not just in all the clients that we serve and my friend relationships and my family relationships. I really want to be intentional when I'm online, when I'm forming relationships, to have them be effective and having them be meaningful. So for me, that's another way of how I'm actually speaking life into me, because I'm giving myself the permission to engulf what I love to do. And it's building relationships, and it's serving, and it's supporting, and it's also being that accountability and being that drive factor for women that maybe having a down day or just need that love and also that push, because I love doing both of those things. So that's kind of where I am on the topic. It's an awesome topic. All of you ladies shared so many amazing things. This is just the kickoff. This is just day one of the Becoming an Unstoppable Woman virtual book tour. We're going to be showing up here live in the group every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. We have so many cool topics coming up. I don't even know how we even go off of this one, because this one's even amazing. But we have so many additional topics that we're going to be talking about, getting so many different perspectives, being able to share this platform, this screen with you beautiful ladies who have such passion and purpose and meaningful hearts to honestly and truly help change women's lives around the world in one way, shape, or form, however that looks, whether if it's something that you speak on, if it's something that you wrote in the books, or if it's literally just being here tonight and you said a sentence that changed someone's life. So we're so appreciative of all of you ladies. You're beautiful. We love collaborating and working alongside of you. Yeah, there's just so many things. So a lot's happening, and all of that stuff will come out more as we go. But our big thing that we have coming up is January 7 and 8 is our Becoming an Unstoppable Woman virtual book tour, virtual summit. It's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific time. It's 2 days jam-packed with 18 speakers that are coming at you to talk about entrepreneurship, branding, marketing, motivation, mindset, clarity, just so many things. So if you don't have your ticket yet, we still have the availability and option for you to get one. If you want that, you can go ahead. Adriana, are you able to drop a link in here, or we can do it after we're... Oh, you're so awesome. Adriana is our tech queen. She's awesome.
It's done. Okay. Yeah, it'll be there.
It's $25 for 2 amazing days. It's learning, networking. So many perks are coming your way. Giveaways that are over $20,000 in value. It's tremendous. It's a great way to kick off 2022. I tell you what. So grab your besties, grab your business besties, grab your pens, paper, hang out in a pajama party, and come join us virtually for 2 days. We'd love to celebrate, have fun with you, but also help serve you. These ladies are here to serve you and pour into you. And yeah, it's going to be mind blowing. Anything you want to add on to that, Adriana?
I don't at the moment, besides just, thanking everyone again for being here today. I would love for ladies who are watching to please comment down below on this topic, how we went over it. Do you have questions for us? Do you have a question for a specific lady that spoke on here today? And also, what future topics would you like us to speak on? Because there's a lot of wisdom from different angles, and we want to make sure we're really listening to what you guys want and need. So please do let us know how we're doing and
Absolutely.
what you want to learn and hear from us. So that's all
Absolutely.
I would have to say.
Well, we will be back next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time with another topic, another panel of beautiful co-authors coming in to speak. Again, if you haven't gotten the book, it launched September 21 of 2021. Becoming an Unstoppable Woman. Here we go. Cool, huh? You can get your book. I don't know if you want to drop that link to there, Adriana, or you can go to any one of these beautiful ladies, find them on Facebook, friend request them, get a book from them, get a signed copy from them. And if you know any women in your life that not only are seeking to become unstoppable, but just need to be surrounded by a she tribe of amazing, incredible, like-minded women here in the She Rises Studios Facebook community, we're here for you. We're here to educate, support you, celebrate you, uplift you, and just love you and help surround you in positivity and empowerment. So with that being said, we'll see you guys, ladies, next week. You all are beautiful. Keep being awesome. And we'll see you next week. Bye.